right? I mean,
Yes.
I want everything that I'm thinking about, that I have poured my heart and soul into.
A media earthquake has just erupted across Britain, as Meghan Markle's plan to return to the UK has been met with an exceptionally forceful and uncompromising ban imposed by Prince William. Refusing to accept any form of compromise, William has vowed to stop her at all costs, pushing the conflict between the two sides into an unprecedented life-or-death confrontation. Driven into a corner, Meghan immediately retaliates with fabricated claims, dark exposés, and a direct campaign to undermine the Prince of Wales's reputation. But the battle does not end there, as long-buried secrets from the past, notorious yacht photographs, and shocking accusations from members of the royal family suddenly come to light, igniting an unprecedented wave of public outrage. Will Meghan's web of fabricated stories help her reclaim her standing, or will the relentless exposure led by William and the British public ultimately drive her toward total collapse? Information recently leaked from insider sources quickly captured widespread public attention after revealing that Meghan Markle had been actively preparing a series of important documents and had begun laying out a detailed plan to announce her schedule for returning to the United Kingdom. The stated purpose of this trip was to carry out work projects that had already been arranged in advance. After a long period of facing constant turmoil and public skepticism, Meghan confidently believed that this was the ideal moment to reappear before the British media. She hoped that this return would not only allow her to complete her personal professional objectives, but would also serve as a strategic opportunity to re-establish her influence, rebuild her public image, and gradually regain the position she once held in the eyes of both the British media and the public. However, every calculation and every plan surrounding Meghan's comeback was immediately met with an extremely fierce response from representatives of the British royal family. As soon as they learned through internal channels that Meghan had been quietly preparing documents, paperwork, and a detailed itinerary for her return to Britain to pursue work-related projects, Prince William reacted with extraordinary intensity. The Prince of Wales's response clearly reflected both anger and absolute determination the moment he received the information. He flatly rejected the entire proposal and firmly declared that he would not accept even the slightest compromise involving Meghan's presence. His response did not stop at expressing dissatisfaction behind palace walls. Prince William quickly issued an exceptionally firm and strongly worded statement. He publicly and unequivocally declared that by every means available and through all of his authority and influence, he would not allow Meghan to set foot back within the royal sphere. At the same time, William emphasized an absolute ban on Meghan appearing at or participating in any event anywhere on British soil, regardless of whether it involved her personal business ventures or community activities. This declaration, which shattered every remaining hope of compromise, immediately brought Meghan's carefully prepared plan to return to a complete standstill, throwing her entire strategy into a state of total deadlock. Faced with Prince William's fierce prohibition and his unwavering refusal to accept any form of compromise, will Meghan choose to retreat? Or will she unleash a new scheme in an attempt to break the deadlock and strike back? The complete collapse of Meghan Markle's plan to return to Britain, brought about by Prince William's exceptionally firm and decisive declaration, immediately pushed her into an extremely desperate position. Every schedule and every work-related document she had painstakingly prepared to reintroduce herself to the British media and reclaim her former standing was virtually slammed shut in an instant. Faced with the threat of total failure and complete isolation from the royal family, Meghan chose neither silence nor retreat. Instead, she immediately decided to respond in the most direct, forceful, and uncompromising way possible, launching a counterattack against the Prince of Wales's decision to block her. The method Meghan chose for this retaliation was to begin fabricating stories that were entirely untrue. The central objective behind this series of actions was nothing less than a direct attack on Prince William with the aim of shifting public opinion, tarnishing his public image, and undermining the reputation of the Prince of Wales before the international community. In an effort to portray herself as a victim who had been unfairly targeted and to generate a wave of favorable publicity, Meghan publicly issued a series of exceptionally serious accusations against William. The conflict reached its peak when Meghan spoke directly to the media and the public, delivering a carefully crafted statement designed both to defend herself and to launch a counterattack against William. I feel that the time has come for me to speak out so that the media and the public can finally see the true nature of everything that has been happening. Many people have always believed that I have problems with every member of the British royal family, but I want to make it absolutely clear that my relationships with the other members of the family have never been as terrible or as hostile as the media has portrayed over the years. We have continued to maintain a certain level of mutual respect in our personal interactions. However, the painful truth that I am compelled to reveal today is that when it comes to Prince William, he has never shown me even the slightest goodwill or the most basic sense of welcome. William is the only person who has always harbored deep resentment toward me. From the very first days after I entered the royal family, he constantly searched for ways to undermine me, discredit me, and push me out of the institution. What William is doing now has nothing whatsoever to do with work responsibilities or the broader interests of the monarchy. His sudden decision to issue such a harsh declaration, pour cold water over my plans, and block my return to Britain is simply the continuation of a long pattern of baseless personal hostility that has gone on for years. William has always viewed my presence, my voice, and my reputation in the public eye as a direct threat to himself. As a result, he has seized every opportunity and used every bit of authority at his disposal to bring me down. It is this deeply rooted hatred, his personal malice, and his determination to destroy my reputation from the very beginning that represent the true cause and the only reason why he is now doing everything in his power to prevent my return. By fabricating stories that were entirely false and repeatedly making personal attacks aimed directly at William, Meghan deliberately attempted to reshape the media narrative, turning what had been a dispute over royal principles into a story of personal persecution and bullying. She wanted the public to believe that every obstacle preventing her from returning to Britain to carry out her professional projects stemmed solely from the Prince of Wales's selfishness, jealousy, and personal animosity. Meghan's highly accusatory and factually unfounded response immediately ignited a fierce wave of controversy across newspapers and media outlets everywhere. Although she found herself cornered and blocked from every route back to Britain, her direct campaign to undermine William's reputation clearly demonstrated her determination to fight back until the very end, driving the already fractured relationship between the two sides into an even more explosive and irreparable stage. After becoming the target of Meghan's fabricated accusations and direct public attacks intended to destroy his reputation, will Prince William choose to remain silent, or is this conflict about to escalate into an even more ruthless battle? The tension between the two sides continued to spiral beyond control as Meghan Markle took the next step in her campaign of attacks. Not content with her earlier public statements, Meghan also accessed a private social media group and posted an expose aimed directly at Prince William. In that post, she made a series of astonishing accusations about the time she spent living inside the palace, weaving dark conspiracy claims intended to completely destroy the honor and reputation of the Prince of Wales. In the private group, Meghan published an especially scathing statement, writing, "People need to know the truth behind the respectable and polished image William has always tried to present to the public. Back when I was still living in the palace, I personally witnessed and became aware of a disgraceful reality that William secretly held discussions on multiple occasions, plotting ways to pressure various levels of government in an effort to create political leverage that would allow him to ascend to the throne sooner than planned. As if that were not enough, on one occasion, I personally overheard him discussing his intention to undermine Queen Camilla in order to remove the obstacles standing in his path to the crown. William is nothing like the noble and devoted figure the public imagines him to be, and every past accusation regarding his manipulative behavior and toxic nature was completely true." The expose, along with its revival of old allegations against William, quickly leaked from the private group and spread at lightning speed across every major media platform. The moment Prince William learned of it, He was furious, no longer willing to remain patient or silent in the face of what he viewed as blatant fabrications and serious defamatory accusations. William immediately appeared before the media to strike back and dismantle the allegations he described as entirely baseless. Appearing before the press with unmistakable anger and unwavering determination, Prince William issued a forceful statement. The baseless, false, and malicious fabrications that Meghan has posted in that private group are nothing more than a dirty attempt to destroy both my personal reputation and the reputation of the British royal family. I declare that I will soon release the complete body of evidence documenting every one of the extremely serious mistakes Meghan herself committed throughout the time she lived inside the palace. Those improper and unacceptable actions, when taken together with the disloyal and hostile content contained in the memoir spare, represent betrayals that stabbed the entire royal family in the back, betrayals that none of us can ever forgive or overlook. As the media battle between the two sides reached its most explosive and bitter stage, yet another unexpected counterattack was launched against Meghan by a different member of the royal family. At that very moment, Duchess Sophie also spoke publicly. She revealed a startling detail from the past, stating that as early as 2014, she had personally witnessed Meghan deliberately approaching, surrounding, and pursuing Prince Andrew. Duchess Sophie's public confirmation immediately fueled enormous public speculation that Meghan had once been involved in the notorious yacht hospitality circuit long before she entered the royal family. Meghan's allegedly fabricated exposé in the private group, William's firm declaration that he would release evidence to the public, and Duchess Sophie's sharp accusations about Meghan's alleged past combined to drive the conflict into an unprecedented spiral of scandal, exposing its darkest corners before a stunned and astonished global audience. With William vowing to release evidence and Duchess Sophie making shocking allegations about Meghan's alleged yacht-related past, how will Meghan attempt to defend herself, or will these controversial secrets ultimately expose her completely? Faced with an onslaught of accusations directed at her, particularly Duchess Sophie's shocking revelations regarding her past connection to Prince Andrew, Meghan Markle immediately fell into a state of panic, though she continued to maintain a defiant posture. Refusing to allow her public image to suffer any further damage, Meghan hurriedly stepped forward to address the media. She issued a series of statements denying every negative allegation against her, insisting that she was nothing more than the victim of a coordinated smear campaign. In her public response, Meghan confronted the accusations directly, declaring, "I categorically state that every accusation directed at me over the past several days is nothing more than blatant defamation and complete falsehood. Every claim suggesting that I deliberately pursued or approached Prince Andrew back in 2014 is an entirely baseless fabrication orchestrated solely to destroy my reputation. I am completely innocent in this matter. They are deliberately inventing lies about my past to deceive the public, turning me into the center of irrational suspicion in order to divert public attention away from the real issues." However, Meghan's desperate attempt to clear her name was immediately shattered by the emergence of a first-hand witness. While public opinion remained divided, a yacht captain from that period unexpectedly stepped forward to confirm the events. The captain publicly told the media that he had personally operated the yacht during those now infamous trips. He did not stop with his testimony alone. He also released a series of blurred photographs that nevertheless clearly captured Meghan appearing alongside Prince Andrew aboard the yacht years earlier. The appearance of both the eyewitness and the photographic evidence dealt a devastating blow to Meghan's defense, causing every one of her denials to collapse completely. At the same time, confronted with the exposure of the yacht evidence and Meghan's continued series of attacks, Prince William could no longer contain his anger. The Prince of Wales issued a firm and uncompromising statement before the public. What has just been exposed clearly reveals the true nature of this entire affair. The British royal family will never provide shelter to someone who repeatedly lies and continually seeks to undermine this family, as Meghan has done. I hereby declare that the doors of the royal family are now permanently closed to her." Immediately following that statement, Prince William instructed his team to release the complete collection of technical evidence and supporting documentation. The material clearly demonstrated that every exposé and every accusation Meghan had previously directed at William, from claims that he had secretly conspired with government officials to accelerate his accession to the throne, to allegations that he intended to undermine Queen Camilla, had in fact been nothing more than blatantly fabricated and manipulated material. The exposure of what was described as a scheme to forge evidence in order to bring William down, combined with the emergence of the yacht photograph, completely destroyed Meghan's position, leaving her trapped with no path of retreat. With everything from the yacht photograph to William's evidence exposing the alleged fabrications now brought into the open, how will Meghan face the peak of public outrage in the story's final chapter? The simultaneous exposure of everything from the blurred yacht photographs released by the boat captain to the technical evidence revealing the alleged manipulation and fabrication of documents intended to undermine Prince William triggered an unprecedented media earthquake. The entire victim narrative that Meghan Markle had painstakingly constructed over such a long period was completely shattered in the light of what was presented as the truth. As one scandal after another came to light, a massive wave of public outrage swept across Britain, bringing her relationship with the country to a point of no return. As these explosive scandals were exposed, both the British public and the nation's media responded with remarkable force and determination. From major newspapers and national television networks to online forums and social media platforms, journalists and ordinary citizens alike spoke with one united voice. Together, they demanded that the British authorities and the royal family immediately implement decisive measures and never again allow Meghan Markle to set foot on British soil under any circumstances. Across the media, public opinion in Britain erupted with furious and uncompromising statements such as, "The British public has had enough. We are exhausted and completely worn down by Meghan Markle's lies-fabricated stories and the alleged manipulation and forgery of evidence designed to smear the British royal family." The exposure of these past scandals, together with the alleged campaign to undermine the Prince of Wales, has revealed her true character. We, the people of Britain and the British media, are united in demanding that the authorities and the royal family take immediate and decisive action. Meghan Markle no longer has any standing or legitimacy to return to this country, whether under the pretext of work projects or for any other personal reason. Britain does not welcome, and never again will welcome, someone who repeatedly fabricates stories, portrays herself as a victim, and seeks to damage this nation and the royal family. This powerful boycott movement, together with the overwhelming opposition voiced by the British public and media, dealt a devastating blow to every comeback plan Meghan had carefully prepared. Every path leading back to Britain was portrayed as being firmly closed under the immense pressure of public opinion. With no remaining opportunity to explain or defend herself, no foundation left to rely upon, and no professional project or media partner capable of rescuing her severely damaged public image, Meghan was depicted as becoming completely isolated before the eyes of the world. Confronted by the peak of public outrage in Britain and the direct, uncompromising exposure from the royal family, Meghan was portrayed as utterly devastated and overwhelmed with anguish. Every hope of reclaiming her former status and rebuilding her public influence vanished like ashes in an instant, plunging her into what the narrative describes as the darkest chapter of her life. She was left to face the bitter humiliation of defeat, complete rejection by the international public, and the enduring pain of seeing her true face and every alleged fabrication fully exposed before the entire world. What do you think about Prince William's uncompromising handling of the situation, and Meghan's dramatic downfall in this story? After following these intense developments, what lessons do you believe this story offers about the price of deception and the importance of trust in life? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click on the next video appearing on your screen. You won't want to miss it.